Hey, what's going on? Luke here, and we're here to do some more reviews of the 2021 NRL jerseys, the home jerseys specifically. We got another 4 teams coming up, so let's go ahead and take a look at all those jerseys. But before we do that, I just want to ask if you do happen to enjoy this video, or go ahead and enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It's very important and essential in terms of growing the channel, especially with the NRL season coming up, so a lot of people are going to be looking at the new videos. So go ahead, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and let's get into the actual content. Let's stop talking about this. Let's look at the jerseys. So for this video, we're going to be looking at the Titans, the Storm, the Roosters, and the Cowboys. Now, obviously, on the screen, you're seeing the Titans jersey. Look, straight up, I'm just going to say it does look quite nice. It kind of reminds me of their sort of initial jerseys, where they sort of had that dark blue and it sort of faded out to a lighter one as it went. I think even the first couple of years when they were back sponsored by Reebok and Adidas, a couple of those jerseys, maybe even more so the Adidas one, I think maybe 2010-ish, something like that. Go back and have a look at those jerseys if you want to see what I'm sort of referencing. But the Neds logo, a gambling logo, I'm not sure how I feel about that one, but look, it does look kind of out of place, like a big orange logo on the front. Not sure if I like that one. I'll probably drop their rating a little bit for that, just because it just stands out so much, which I suppose for a sponsor, for them, it's a good thing because it does stand out so much. But just in terms of how it actually looks, it's a bit of an eyesore on there. But I do like the little yellow across the top. I have seen some of the players wear it as well, and it does look pretty good in person. So a lot of times you look at these jerseys, just have like just the actual jersey, or you see like a cartoon version of it or something, and it looks way different to what it looks like on the players because you add in the shorts and socks and all that sort of stuff, so you get to see like the actual full outfit. But just looking at this one, I do like the little white bit around it, and just after last episode where we looked at them and all the jerseys were pretty much the same, it's nice to kick off this video and have one that have switched up a bit, and Titans are kind of renowned for doing that. They do experiment with jerseys, some good, some bad. Not sure how I feel about this one because initially I was like, yeah, I do like it. I do like the switching of the blues, or like the gradual switch of the blues, and I do like the white outlines and that, and I do like the colours in general, the yellow, the blue, like the light blue, the dark blue. They've got a good mixture, but that Neds logo is just so distracting for me, and it's really putting me off. So for that, I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, I think I'll go. The next up, we have the Melbourne Storm, Remus Smith here modelling it. I've actually already done a video talking about it, so if you want to get a more in-depth one, go ahead and take a look at it. This is one I really did not like initially, and I still don't particularly like it, but I have seen it in person, and it's one that's sort of grown on me a little bit compared to when I made the video. I feel like most of these jerseys will grow on me by the end of the season. Like, there's not too many jerseys you get to the end of the season and you're like, yeah, that's utter dog shit. Like, this one I think will be fine. I think Storm will win, and I don't think it'll be an iconic jersey or anything, but I don't think it's as bad as what I initially thought it was. In saying that though, it's more so the fact that I really liked their previous jerseys. Storm have had a history of some pretty good jerseys, especially over the last 5-6 years. I have really rated them. This one I think is the worst one out of them. And maybe it's just you haven't seen the full outfit or whatever, but just maybe when they're playing it'll look a lot better, but just the purple is just like too bright. I just don't like that V. I said it before and I'll say it again. That V, it's just so boring, so plain, so boring. I feel like the Storm, after what they had, and it's like you've got all eyes on them, Cameron Smith and all that, and they produced this. I feel like they could have done so much better than what they have. But yeah, I mean, end of the day, it's not absolutely terrible, but if I had to rate it between it and the Titans, I think I prefer the Titans ones. So I think for this jersey, I think I've got to give it about a 5. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. I mean, it's probably more in the bad region for me, but yeah, I don't absolutely hate it. So yeah, I guess I'm going to give it a 5. Now, speaking of jerseys that never change, we have the Sydney Roosters. I can't remember the last time they haven't wore this jersey. I know their away jersey they've swapped up, so that'll be an interesting one when I go over all of the away jerseys. I don't know if I'll spend as much time going over every single one, but I mean, we've got the Roosters one here. It's just bog standard Roosters jersey. I think maybe the arm logos are a little bit different. I think it's a different sponsor, but the rest of it seemed absolutely identical. Kind of similar to what I talked about last video. I can't remember who it was, but Manly it was. But the logos stand out so much. They kind of don't blend in. Just that Telstra Premiership logo, I don't like that, where you got the V and then all of a sudden it's just gone. Now some teams do it and it doesn't really affect me, but for some reason this one is. But you got the Steggles there. It's just literally just the same Roosters jersey. James Tedesco's modelling it. I've just cut him off. But yeah, just looking at it, there's nothing really too different. There's nothing different at all, let's be honest, apart from the arm sleeve sponsors. So look, I'm just going to give this one about a 6 out of 10. It's nice and clean, but it's just the exact same one as they do every single year. Actually, just before I move on to the Cowboys one, I will say, in terms of teams having the same one every year, I think it is actually a decent thing in terms of supporters because you're not having to go... Like, the NRL jersey is $160, which is absolutely ridiculous for a jersey, especially when you can go buy world famous teams like Real Madrid, Liverpool, that sort of stuff. You can buy them for like 100. Pretty sure AFL jerseys are about 100. Literally every other sport seems to be about 100 except for the NRL. So you got to pay a lot. So if they're changing up all the jerseys every year, we've seen teams like the Warriors, they switch it up, and it's not even just switching up a little bit, they switch it up dramatically. So, you buy one jersey and then by the next season it's already outdated. So these Roosters fans, I suppose they're kind of lucky in a sense that they can buy a jersey from like 2017 or whatever, 2018, when they first won their premiership, or even go back a fair while. Their jersey hasn't really differentiated at all, really. You go back to like 2004, I was watching jerseys, I was watching the grand final back then, and I mean, the jersey probably isn't that similar, apart from just the makes and sponsors and all that sort of stuff, but the actual general jersey is pretty similar, especially for the Roosters. They've been with Steggles for a long time, so if you got a jersey from like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5, probably not that much difference. You can probably buy one of them and pass it off as a 2021 jersey. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the Cowboys jersey. First off, I want to say I really do rate this jersey. I think this is the one that they wore last year. In saying that though, I really do like it. I remember doing a video of their Nines jersey from last year and saying it was really nice. I think it had like a big star on it, something along the lines of that. But this one, it's got the stripes along, but they're not all the way. Like, it's not like what I'm wearing where it's like close together and that. It's kind of spaced out a little bit. I do like it. I do like the colors. I do like the navy blue that they're using. I know at times they've used a lot of white, a lot of yellow, that sort of stuff, but I really do rate this one. In saying that though, it kind of does remind me of the Parramatta jersey from a couple of years ago. If they just changed the blue shade a little bit, made it a little bit lighter, you pretty much got the Parramatta jersey from maybe 2019 or so. I think it was 2019. It was the one where they had the little stripes similar. And then also the away jersey was the same, but just with the colours reversed. But this jersey, I do like it. Toyota fits in well. I was talking about sponsors not fitting in well. I think this Toyota one does fit in well. It doesn't really, just because it's got a white one, it kind of blends in with the other white logos on it. It's not like that Titans one where it's got everything else is, blue and yellow, and then all of a sudden you got this big orange one. This one just blends in. It may as well just be another little logo that's on there. Because you can see the shoulder ones, the ones up here, even the Telstra logo, all white. So it makes sense you got a white logo in the middle. So I think it is a nice, real clean looking jersey. And for this one, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10, despite it being quite similar to last year's, I'm pretty sure. I really like this one. So, I can't really fault it too much. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So those are my thoughts on those 4 jerseys. I want to know what your thoughts are. Leave in the comment section below. Do you like the jerseys? Do you dislike it? Any ones previously you want to talk about? Any ones that I haven't talked about so far? Go ahead and talk about them. Even away jerseys, let me know what are ones I definitely need to check out, because some of these ones, this is probably one of the better batches of jerseys I looked at, especially considering the last one I think was quite disappointing. We saw a bunch of the same ones, whereas this episode we got to see a little bit of variation with a couple of sides. So, and also the ones that were the same are kind of just traditional ones or ones that were already really good. So I actually do rate a lot of these jerseys, all 4 of them. Even the Roosters one, I gave it a low rank, but I actually did like it. But yeah, like I said, leave in the comment section below what are your thoughts on the jerseys. Also, while you're commenting, or even if you're not commenting, make sure you go ahead and give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you did happen to enjoy this video. Like I said earlier, it's very essential that you do it, especially considering the NRL season is coming up. There's a lot more people making these sort of videos now, so definitely want to get ahead of the game and get you to subscribe and to support the channel if you're enjoying it, so I don't just get lost in the shuffle of YouTube. So go ahead and do that. Also, give me a follow on social media. It's on the screen right now. It's MrLuke on my team for the most part, but it's just MrLuke on Facebook. So yeah, go ahead and give me a follow on all of them. Give me an ad. Snapchat is MrLuke YT as well if you want to do that. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. We got one more video coming up on home jerseys. Then we might take a look at some away jerseys. But yeah, the one more video on the home jerseys. Got plenty of other stuff to talk about as well as the season gets a little bit closer. Only a couple more weeks, and then we've got the NRL starting back up. So got trials to talk about, All-Stars, that sort of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned on the channel. Plenty of more stuff coming up. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See yous.